Hi Mariela, welcome back.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How was your week?
It's been okay.
Yeah?
Kind of stressful at work, but I'm managing.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. So we've been doing great progress in regards to your finances and talking about, how much money you can save, your retirement plans. But the last time we talked, you wanted to set some type of a goal for a purchase you want to
Yes.
make or something.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
So, my household relies on just one vehicle right now. Well, we have two, but one is not reliable. So we just
Okay.
want to make sure to have those two reliable vehicles. And so we just kind of were able to think about it, and we are able to maybe fit in another car note, but we just want to make sure that I have a good down payment for the car so that it's lower interest, lower payment, things like that.
Okay. So would you say that having a new car is more of like a hope, want, dream for you? Like that's really your goal. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, as of right now, financially, yes, that is definitely.
So let's say buy a new car. How soon do you want to do that?
Within the next 6 months, I hope. I mean, I have like this idea in my head, and I mean, I want to, talk to you about it. Clearly, I know that you maybe have a little more experience with the, process of it and all that, but I do have like a idea in my head of how I would achieve it.
All right. Well, I mean, like I said, this is your finances. This is going to be your goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can use this tool from the My Money,
Toolkit.
My toolkit. So that way we can figure out if it's realistic for you, the plan that you have. So you want to buy a new car, I'm guessing, in the next 6 months. So is there a down payment that you want to save up for? Or what is it you want to save for?
Yeah, I would, like 3,000 for sure.
Okay, so
I want to have a good $3,000 to put down. And we're not wanting anything fancy. So really like a $20,000 vehicle.
Okay, so $3,000 that you
Down.
want to save
Yeah,
for
that's
down
the goal.
payment.
That's
Okay,
the
and you
goal.
say you want to do that in 6 months?
Yes.
Okay. So if we do the math right now, 6 months, that would mean that you need to save $500 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
How realistic is that for you right now?
Well, I have thought about different things, and I've gotten to like $300 of money that I can. So yes, I mean, I think I'd be pushing it, but I do think that there's other expenses that I can maybe tackle, and possibly get to that $500.
Okay. Well, let's work with that. So in the next 6 months, you want
Like
to save.
I'm gonna cut my cable. That's 150 right there
Okay.
that I'm gonna save.
So let's go a little step by step. So
Okay.
now we have your 6 months goal to save $3,000 in 6 months. Okay. So we have to make sure that this is a SMART goal, right? So it has to be small. You have to start with small steps. It has to be manageable. It has to be attainable, realistic. And it has to be, so basically, it has to be relevant. It has to be time bound. So we already have time bound, definitely, because you want to do it in 6 months, right? And then relevant. It's very relevant because you need a vehicle, like you stated. Okay, perfect. Is it achievable? That's the one thing that I'm concerned with. I know that you already said you could cut off cable, $150. So, how much do you get paid every pay period? How often do you get paid?
I get paid once a month.
Once a month. Okay.
That's just my income. So I'm not necessarily taking into because we don't want to touch his income simply because that's what the extra he has is for savings, and I don't want to touch that at all.
Okay.
Like,
So
I
let's
wanna
not
continue-
count
yeah,
any of
just
his
me.
income. It's just your income, right? So
I don't make a lot of money.
Okay,
So
how much do you
like
make
about
a month?
taking home, it's like 1,700 salary.
okay, 1,700. That's net. That's how much you get home.
Yeah, because my travel checks are not I mean, I wouldn't say they're not reliable. They're definitely part of my income that I take in consideration. However, I do also pay straight gas and all that. So I don't even want to think about that because
Okay.
that's really more like bills and the eating out and all that, I feel.
Okay. So we have your short-term goal because you want to achieve this within the next 6 months. You want to save $3,000. That's specific. That's measurable. You want to use it to buy a car. So in order to reach that goal, let's look at what steps you need to take in order to actually save $3,000 in 6 months, right? So we already said that you're gonna take cut cable off, and you said that's $150.
Yes.
Okay. When are you gonna cut cable? When is your payment?
So I'm thinking this month of August will be the last one. It wraps up on the 15th, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay, starting August 15th, no more
cancel it,
cable.
right.
Okay. So the completion date for this is gonna be August 15th. Perfect. What else can you cut to save $500 in 1 month?
So right now in my budget, I have $200 worth of eating out.
Okay.
So I want to cut the $200 to maybe just $100, so that I can get the other 100 to go towards the $500 a month.
Okay. So cut eating out a total of $200.
Right, but
right?
I'm gonna cut it out to 100.
Oh, I thought
So
you
just
said
100.
I thought you said you were eating out $300 a month.
No, 200. That was my budget.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cut it to just 100.
So how much are you saving?
100.
Okay. So that's $250. So it's a stretch, right? Because I understand you have this additional income that is not always gonna be there.
Right.
So, and like you said, it's great that you don't want to touch your partner's money. You know, that's for your savings. That's for something else.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me you guys want to buy a house. So definitely
Right.
those type of savings are going to help you.
Yeah.
So right now I feel like you said you already have a vehicle and you need another vehicle.
Right.
But how old is your current vehicle?
I mean, it gets me from point A to point B.
Okay.
It's just getting up there in the miles, and I'm scared of like the engine and all that. But I know it has a few months left in it, like for sure. Like it still has some life in it.
Do you feel like you can make it another year with that vehicle?
I wouldn't want to necessarily, but I guess maybe it would be a little more realistic. Especially now looking at the steps and stuff that I might have to take in order to obtain the money that I want to set aside for it.
Right. I mean, you know, like I said, this is going to be your
How
plan.
about like 10 months?
Okay.
And maybe do 300.
10 months. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe not 6 months, 10 months. Because I really don't want to wait the whole year. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to come back around August and me not have that vehicle. Because, you know, school's starting and all that. And I really don't want to have to deal with that again next year.
Yeah, I remember you telling me you're going to start your internship and it's going to be kind of tough.
Yeah.
So definitely this is more of a realistic goal. Now they were making it a long-term goal.
Yeah.
So now you have 10 months. So if we look at part 4 of this, you're going to go into the long-term goal. So you want to save $3,000 in 10 months, right? So you need $3,000. So basically you get paid once a month. So that means that you're going to save for 10 months and that you need to save $300 each month. Okay.
I definitely think
that
that's
sounds like
realistic.
a way more realistic and achievable goal.
Yeah.
I think that's great that you kind of understood the math and realized that $500 could be a stretch for you. I'm sure you can make it, but if you don't have to strain yourself like that, then it's always better, right?
Yeah,
So
I think
you don't
that
have to
would
stress.
be best.
And we know that from experience that when you're trying to achieve a financial goal, the more realistic you make it and the simpler, the smaller you make it, the better it is, because then you can get tired of not reaching that goal and then you can just kind of drop the ball basically, and you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna save this month, or this I'm only saving 200, this month I'm only saving 500. So let's work with that. So I think that's great. $300 a month. We already said you could save $150 cutting out your cable bill, and you're gonna have another $100 cutting out eating out. So that's $250. How else would you think you could save? We're missing $50.
I have that Boxy Charm thing. I think that's like $30 a month. I can live without that for a few months for sure.
What is that?
It's like makeup and different perfumes and stuff like that.
Oh, you get samples?
There's some that's like $10 a month, but these are actually full-size products and stuff.
Okay.
So I just feel like it's a lot more worth it than the $10 a month that give you like these little small sample sizes. And I like it a lot, but like I said, I could definitely live without.
Okay.
For sure.
Perfect.
Because I have enough makeup.
So now we're $20 shy of your goal of $300 a month. What else do you think you can cut out?
I'm trying to think of like my reoccurring payments, you know, the ones that are like not necessarily to your life necessary. I can't do Netflix because clearly Netflix is what we're going to supplement from the cable.
Right. I mean,
realistic.
we're not trying to be hermits here and not have any type of entertainment or fun. So, I mean, this is already a great step. The fact that you're able to save, $280. So
well, I mean, $280. Just kidding.
$280. So all you need is $20. How about is the $100 includes coffees and all of that?
No, but I don't want to give my coffee.
You don't want to give all your coffee? Okay.
No.
That's fine.
Let me see. I'm trying to think what's in my budget. Amazon. I do Amazon Prime. I could just cut out Amazon Prime for these few months. And I think that's like the $20. I think they dropped $20 from my account.
Okay. So
no, it's a yearly. It's like $150 a year. So I think that would make up for it, right? 20, 10, 150. That's $15. That'll make it. Yeah, for sure. Amazon. I'm going to cut that out.
So we're saving roughly $20
a month. For sure.
Okay, so that definitely gives you the $300 that you need.
Yeah, because it reoccurs in September actually, so I'm just not going to renew.
Perfect. You're starting in August, so you don't have to renew. You have that money that you
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So basically what this tool is telling you, whatever you have a goal that you want to save money for, always think, is this a goal that I can achieve in a short term, or if it's a goal that I have to do long term?
Yeah.
And, this way you can look at the actions that you need to take, what resources you need in order to achieve them, and you can set dates. So right now we're just leaving it in August roughly because that's when everything's going to start for you.
Yeah.
And when you want to have it completed. So on these, we could just say all this is going to be completed within 10 months.
So by the beginning
June
of summer,
2019,
I'll be
right?
in my new ride.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you'll be graduating and you'll be getting your new vehicle.
That'll be my graduation present.
Good.
Yeah.
So, you can always revise this and you can always just kind of go back and determine if you want to tweak this a little bit, if it's not working, if you feel like it's, it's too much of a strain for you. Then maybe you can decide to add 2 more months or what have you.
Or who knows, maybe with the supplemental income from my travel, if I do end up having that little extra, I can probably even just throw a little extra in there and maybe I can do it in 9 months instead of 10. Like, I'm going to work. This has definitely helped, and I really like how we wrote it all down and really made those action steps.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad this was able to kind of put a picture in front of you.
I think I was being unrealistic at the beginning, for sure.
I mean, like I said, you could achieve it if you wanted to, but it's just a lot of strain on you. So, and like you said, that supplemental income is not something that you can always count on. So I think this is a great plan for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you for coming.